Welcome to the Isofarian Guard. I made an Excel sheet, so this is about game model. Um, as always, set your uh, video speed to 1.5 because I talk quite slowly. So what I did was read all the books, read all the field events, and read all the quest items, entries. Which along with this map thing, which is pretty handy, I made a list of all the nodes, and it's apparently in many stories there is a name associated with a node number. So, for example, you have let's wait. And hide. So this is old style Excel, but it's functional. So you have the nodes 1 to 100 and something. 108, 109. These, sorry, these are either yellow, green, or orange. And for the yellow ones, they play a role, usually in some quest. For example, in something out of place, there's the Cherokee Pass. It's also mentioned in the storybooks. There is also traveling across the Cherokee Pass, but so that you have a list of things, and some are missing. They don't have a name. They don't have even an event associated with them, except for node 13, that has a quest, Ancient Stones. Assuming that you haven't read all the books, that doesn't mean much to you, but you will find out. There are some typos like Northern Dock and Northern Docks, and synonyms like Northern Wood, Voda River. So I highlighted those, and it would be ideal if Sky Kingdom Games could take, for example, Ash Grove and put it in 72 or something, so that every ID has a distinct name. And if you do that, then you can make a new quest to map out one of the three regions. So that would be the first tab, and also you have the minimaps, so all the entries from the index book. Some play a role in one bounty quest or a side quest, so breaking through the ice top of the Grey Mountain. So public knowledge, at least if you have the books. So there is also ice caves. All these things can trigger encounters if you are adventuring in the wilderness. There's two kinds of ice caves. This part is for a story, and I've hidden here the book entries, but trust me that there is an entry that deals in the South Portal, Dark Hall, Hall of Guardians, etc. But for spoilers, I'm not going to show these columns. These are the entries in the other minimap. There are two minimaps of ice caves. Same for some other locations that they have two entries, two maps, two mini-maps. Yeah, so you make all a list of all the things, and Rasdor has two states, so yeah, I just put everything together. So yeah, Sky Kingdom Games should make a list for themselves and make sure that there are no things that are differently named but point to the same thing, and that there are no missing names. So next up is the enemy list. Yeah, that's the simple thing. So you make a you take this thing and you flip all through it, and then you make a nice armored zook, 1 to 3, brigand archer 1 to 3, etc. So you can filter for the 4-star enemies. I stated them attack, defense, action points, hit points, the total. Now this was because I am sorely missing some kind of a challenge level or indication in the book. So for the upcoming bounty quest or the things that unlock, I want to have some kind of guideline. For example, if the encounter talks about a corrupted guard and corrupted lobster together, and then they have each has a difficulty guide. And what I did here for this number, as you can see in the formula, is just a sum. Now that is not really appropriate, but I don't have a better solution because if you have beefed up a corrupted lobster, so its action points is not 5 but 6. It can do much more during its turn. So it can damage you more and can beef up its defenses. It's much harder. So just to but they're all quite important things. Also for the action points that just discussed, defense. If the defense goes from 2 to 3, then there is a big proportion of the attacks that just don't hit any damage. So fighting beefed up monster would take longer to bring it down on its hit points. Now for 80 key bonuses, attack bonuses, if it attacks harder, so for example it attacks with 6 instead of 4, that's like then your guards will last not as long. The star itself does not matter. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, and the hit points take longer, but they are all quite important. So I think I like 49 versus 37. This is much more hard than this, and this becomes important if you go to the Caravan Quests. The Caravan Quest has a number, a book. Well, I just auto increment number, a book, a chapter, quest level. So it's in book 1, chapter 2, quest 1, 2, 3, and then chapter 2, 1, 2, 3, etc. Then you have the page, so where to look it up, and the node where it starts, and the enemy. So the first quest does not have an enemy, but the second has a cave stalker. The cave stalker does not have a buff, so it is 27. So you should be able to defeat it. But for example, if you so this is the sum of the encounter, 33. Some have bonuses. So for example, this Tenebrous Clayhorn, so it's not 82 but 86. Yeah, maybe this should be increased. Side quest, same thing. So the part, a page, node, enemy. The enemy is referencing the enemy list. So if I change the name there, then it should change the name accordingly here. This is the derived total, the difficulty, but it has a lot of buffs because side quests have extra things. This is the reward. So and I found more node synonyms, so I could complete it. Then there is the Istra. You can make a list here for Istra and where to where to harvest full moon rose hips, for example, or coastal blue caps. Bounty quest, same thing. Title of the book, which book, where to start, enemy, total, and the buffs. And if you can see here, 191, that is Tenebrous Greyhorn in book 3. It's one of the most dangerous things. It's called Greater Beasts. You can look it up. And one of the more easy is 57. So that would be a Broken Plow Soldier in book 1. So it's quite a difference. And you deserve some kind of warning how to prepare for such an encounter, because otherwise you will fail and you will not like your time spent. So this is what I wanted to say, and I hope you like it. I'll upload it to my G drive, and you can use and abuse it for free. There are also some other Excel sheets in Board Game Geek, but I was not impressed at all by those. This is, I think, the most ideal model for an adventure game, and this can also be useful if you want to contact SKJ, but I'm not going to do that myself. Okay, bye.